Meantime, public debate surrounding marital rape continuing tonight as local activists fear that government may not address this issue swiftly. However, officials argue that the process could take some time. Our Jose Etienne has both sides tonight.
President of Women United Podesta Moore expressing her reservations about the Davis administration having yet to make a decision on criminalizing marital rape following a consultative session with various stakeholders on the issue 2 weeks ago.
I think it's a delay tactic. It's like we want to push it forward. We're trying to appease a certain group of people by saying, hey, we're doing something about it. But at the same time, we're inviting those people who have opposition to this marital rape bill. And that's causing the delay tactics. But they have the authority, they have the power. I don't know if they have the political will, but they can make the decision on their own right out of the last consultative grouping that we had.
Her response coming on the heels of assertions made by Attorney General Ryan Pinder, who says government will not put a deadline on the consultation process.
We don't want to really slam the door on such an important issue. We want to keep it open and get some feedback. We've already received a few comments on the legislation from different parties to tweak it or to provide certain different language that we're looking at, and we don't want to discourage anybody.
However, she says she's skeptical about the consultation process, which she says could ultimately lead to a roadblock on the issue.
The ministers have the responsibility to make the hard decisions, and if they have these consultative sessions with the various people, and civil society were not represented, a number of civil society organizations and groupings where women are involved were not represented at that session. And it begs me to ask the question, who is making these decisions? Is the church the ultimate authority?
But on the flip side, Bahamas Crisis Center Administrator Cleopatra Christie contends that the consultation period is critical and is needed if in fact officials are going to make inroads.
I don't think that is detrimental to the issue of marital rape. It was a collaborative effort. It was trying to get all of the stakeholders together so that we can have a meaningful discussion and at the end of the day come up with a piece of legislation that we're all agreed on.
Christie maintains, though, that at the end of the day, there needs to be results.
It should include members of civil society organizations. The people that most are impacted by the marital rape bill are not there. Their voices are not being heard. The women's voices are not being heard. So if you're going to continue the consultation, which I don't think it's necessary, because decision can be made at the same, based on what the outcome was at the last consultative session. But if they're going to continue, it needs to be in small sessions, small groupings with the various stakeholders that can actually lend their voice to support this bill.
If indeed, on the other hand, that after all of this consultation, that there is no action on the part of the Attorney General and his team, then maybe we would be in a position to make the comment that they're delaying it for whatever reason. It's not a priority to them, but until such time, I think we need to be concerned about getting the views, talking about it, discussing it, educating our general public.
Jose Etienne, Eyewitness News.